I'm here at the National Parador in the Teide National Park. There's the sun rising on Teide. I was here last week climbing up the side of Pico Viejo there on the left. It's even colder today than it was last week. I got -5 registering on the dashboard of the car, so it's pretty cold. Today I'm going to climb Guajara, or Alto de Guajara to give it its full title. It's just under 9,000 feet above sea level, so slightly lower than last week's climb, but not by much. I'm first going up to the pass you can see in the dead centre of the picture now, and then track across the north face of the mountain there and up onto the summit. The walk should take around 5 hours, give or take, and I'm going to get moving because it's getting cold standing still. I've been climbing for around 20 minutes now. The Parador is just disappearing behind that hill there. Teide is lit up by the early morning sun, and it's really lovely up here, although it's cold. Looking out across the Cañada de Ucanca, and then Piedras Amarillas, and there the lowest point is the first objective on the walk. That's the rim of the caldera, about 8,000 feet above sea level, and after a short break there I'll start tracking across the face of Guajara there up onto the summit. Once I'm on the top there, I'll be around 2,000 feet above my starting point, just below 9,000 feet. I've been going about 3/4 of an hour now. I'm at 7,000, around about 7,700 feet. The caldera rim is just above me, so I've probably got a couple of hundred feet ish, 200 to 300 feet, and I'll be on the rim, where I'll have a break before tackling the rest of the climb to the summit. Starting to warm up a little bit now. Sun's starting to fill the caldera. Still chilly in the shade though. Looks magnificent. Different weather to last week. It's very clear, very calm, no cloud. But as I say, I think it's probably even colder than last week, even though there was no real frost on the roads. I think it's due to a change in wind direction. Anyway, you can just see the cable car descending, presumably moving staff around or something like that, because I don't think it opens till about 9–10 o'clock. Alright, I'm on the Ucanca Pass. There's a crossroads here. There's paths going in all directions. Obviously back down to the Parador where I've just come from. If you carry on up there, you can head towards Sombrero de Chasna and down to Villa Flor. This pathway here, for some reason, is never signposted, but that also takes you down to Villa Flor and the Lunar Landscape Path and my onward path. These are the cliffs below the summit of Guajara, and there's the path that I'm going to be following up to the top. I'm going to have a break here, get my breath back, rearrange myself, have something to eat, and carry on with the climb. Spectacular. Approaching 8,500 feet now. It's very steep here and the thin air is noticeable. Just means you have to stop fairly frequently, just for 30 seconds or a minute, just to catch your breath. But otherwise it's just a straightforward plod up this steep mountain path. In actual fact, it's a long time since I've climbed Guajara, and this is a new signposted path. I never used to come this way, and I don't think anybody else did either. There's a path on the other side of this cliff here, which gives fantastic views of Teide, but to be fair, it is a bit of a drop, so I'm assuming that's why they've made this signposted path and reinstated it. Anyway, I'm, as I say, approaching 8,500 feet, stopping fairly often for a breather, and shouldn't be too much longer before I'm on the top. About another 600 feet to go, something like that. It's just a look back down where I've just come from. As you can see, incredibly steep, and in the thin air it makes it really much more difficult. So it's pretty slow progress up there, but it's a big mountain, steep and rocky in thin air, so progress is meant to be fairly slow. Starting to climb out of the shadows now into the sun, and hopefully warm up, because my feet, they're not freezing but they're still chilly and my fingers are a little bit cold. But the path is still very rocky, and it's not quite as steep as it was at the moment anyway. looks like somewhere up there I should hit the summit plateau. It shouldn't be too far to the actual summit then. One of the things about the long strenuous climb is you get your rewards near the top. Just coming over the ridge there, suddenly Teide puts in an appearance. Absolutely magnificent. Look at that. Wonderful. After about 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm on the summit of Guajara, just under 9,000 feet. And here we have what used to be what is the remains of an old astronomical observatory that used to be on the top here. There, in all its glory, is Teide. Might be able to see through the gap there. Right. It's as high as I'm going today. What a view. All the way around. 360-degree panorama. I've just lost the view down to the southeast coast, but it was behind me a minute ago. But wow, well worth the climb. According to the information board, we're at 2,717 metres above sea level, which is 8,966 feet, so just a shade under 9,000 feet. This has been used twice as an observatory. Once in, where is it, 1856 by Sir Charles Piazza Smith, or Smythe, and later it was reused and enlarged in 1910 by the French and astronomer Jean Mascart to study and photograph Halley's Comet in its penultimate approach to the Earth. So it says apparently he, rather than camp out in a tent, he built a cabin up here, the Frenchman, which sounds probably more sensible. And there's a photograph of him in his cabin. He used to develop photographs up here of the night sky. below is the Parador, where my car is parked. Looking across the park. It's still freezing up here actually. I've got 2 layers on under my down jacket. I've got the hood up on my down jacket and I'm still cold because I've stopped walking and I've lost my body heat a little. So I won't be staying up here too long, get moving again, try and warm up. I'm going to make my way back up to the old observatory and get myself ready for the descent. I've descended around about 350 feet from the summit now. The cold wind's dropped off, so I'm starting to warm up now, and it really is glorious as usual up here. It's the 3rd time in the last month or so that I've been up high on the mountains in Tenerife, and I could never get bored with this. It's just wonderful. Bit of cloud in the middle of the island there, but the coast is clear and sunny. You can see down towards the port of Granadilla. The other bonus of setting off early is that I've yet to meet anyone. I've had the place to myself, which is great. I like being alone out in the mountains without loads of people. It's really, really good. I'm guessing that as I descend, I'll meet people ascending. But yeah, it's worth setting off early. The early morning is really, really beautiful. And as I say, you get the place to yourself. I'm almost on the Guajara Pass now. Just looking down into the Barranco del Rio. It's quite an impressive sight from here. Oh, that's Guajara done. There it is up there. As I suspected, as I descended, I met crowds of walkers going up. So I had the best of the day. Climbing to the summit and having the summit to myself. I've now descended to the Siete Cañadas track, which featured in one of my videos a few weeks ago, and I've just got 2 or 3 miles of fairly level walking to get back to the Parador, and that's it.